Not your average tabletop. Woohoo!
Welcome to Not Your Average Tabletop. I'm Zach, and today I'm going to be unboxing Orichalcum, or at least that's how I think it's pronounced. I'm not exactly 100% sure. It's a difficult one to pronounce. But this is one that I got really interested in when I heard it was a game that was created by Bruno Catala, and it looks like Johannes Goopy as well. And it's also a Pandasaurus game, and I tend to enjoy those, so it's a good combination there. So I'm hopeful that I'll really enjoy this one. But that cover is definitely interesting. It looks like he's doing a superhero pose. Then we'll get into the box. Looks like right away we've got some rules. Rule book here. And it looks like it's 12 pages, so shouldn't be too difficult to read. It looks like they kind of have some examples of each thing that they're explaining, which should hopefully make it an easy one to figure out as to how to play. Yeah, looks like it's pretty well laid out. And it looks like we've got a player turn summary. And then kind of looks like an explanation of maybe the different buildings and creatures and other icons and what they mean, which is always nice when you have this. So hopefully this will be a good reference once we've kind of played it once to kind of get back to it, and that way we don't have to go back to the rules. Hopefully this will have kind of all the main things you'd need to remember. But then we get into this, and it looks like we've got a couple of baggies. And baggies are plenty large. Pretty solid bags. Looks like they close pretty well as well, which is always nice. I know some kind of don't really close as well as others, and then we've got a brown one as well. And they both seem pretty solid. Seem like they're going to hold together pretty well, I think. And we've got some plastic bags. Ooh. Okay. So then we've got a metal coin. This is quite a large metal coin here. We've got two different symbols here. It's a pretty solid looking coin. I'd actually like to see a currency in some game kind of using these symbols on a coin. Pretty cool. But yeah, it's a pretty large metal coin there. Then we've got some cards, which look like they have that symbol that was on the one side of the coin. Then we've got, it might be like this. Got some solid artwork on there. Looks like the iconography that is explained on that one sheet. It's repeated artwork. I do not remember if each player gets some of these or how that works exactly. But looks like some pretty solid artwork there, actually. I like it actually quite a bit. Almost, like I said, I don't remember if each player gets these, and that's why there's duplicates, but I almost wish there had been a few more different pieces of artwork there. Then we got some nice plastic nugget-like pieces here. Look like golden nuggets, and these are kind of just pretty typical gem pieces that you'll see in games. But they're pretty solid. They chose a pretty cool color. It's got a nice golden look to it. Then we've got some wooden pieces, which are typically always my favorite. And it looks like we've got some little warrior guys here, which is pretty cool. Really like the look of these meeples. A little bit different than any other meeple I'd seen before. I don't think I've seen this shape used before. So yeah, it picked a pretty solid shape. I think it definitely fits the theme of the game. And then we've got some little bases. I'm guessing the punch boards that we get to are eventually going to have something that we can put on these bases. And those are pretty typical if you've ever had standees in a game. Just the clear bases. And we've got 4 dice, which look like we've got some numbers on there, and then an M or a W, and then a skull. So, pretty chunky, solid dice. This will be fun to roll. And then, looks like we've got some player boards. think all with different characters. Can't remember if the two sides are different. I do not remember. I don't know if that's based on player count or if there's some slight difference between the two. But I do like the map looking piece of the player boards. These are pretty large for player boards. So this is going to take up a good chunk of table just for the player boards alone. And we've got this character. I'm thinking all of these look all the map portions look the same, I'm assuming. And then this one. And lastly, we've got her. Pretty nice looking characters, good variety there. And we've just got this. This makes me think of Lost Cities. Makes me think of the board in the center where you're gonna place the cards if you're discarding them, or else play your cards down. That's, I don't know why, but that's just what that makes me think of. But it's pretty cool. Got a kind of almost like magma or lava underneath the surface look to it. Then, I bet that's based on that right there, that volcano type thing. But then we got the different land types here. I like the use of some bright colors that they did there. And it looks like we've got some cities or some gears, so those are probably some special ones. We've got another sheet of those. Then we've got a sheet of these monsters, which I believe are what the bases are going to be used for. And we've got this big chunk of cardboard here. I don't remember what that is. I don't remember what that's used for. This looks like it's similar to that metal coin, but I don't remember if that's exactly the same one or not. Ooh, then we have some more almost godlike entities there. I really like the artwork of this. I'm hopeful that maybe they'll do another game in this world, because this is some pretty solid artwork. Cool. Then, I think the last piece in here, the last couple pieces, we've got some chunks with some castles there, or palaces or whatever, and just some single water spaces. Then we got some single mountain and desert volcano spaces. I believe these are victory points now that I think about it. I think that's what these symbols are. So I think it's a race to victory points that you'll be doing. And we got a nice little inside of the box lid here. He put some artwork in there as well. It's a very solid looking landscape. I actually almost like this more than the cover. It's actually pretty solid, but I think that is everything inside the box. So a lot of solid components there, nice metal coin, and then some pretty solid artwork as well. So I'm excited to get this one to the table. It just gets me even more excited on top of the fact that it's Bruno Catala and Pandasaurus. So yeah, hope to get this one to the table soon. I'm guessing alongside this video we'll be putting out our first impressions of the game, so definitely check that one out. Otherwise, we hope to see you on the next one, and as always, don't forget to keep on nibbling on our content.